here at Mildred Avenue. And we are so excited to welcome all of you here on this last day in March. Beautiful spring day and the last day of National Reading Month to welcome and appreciate our partners here. We are truly grateful and excited about our new partnership with Read to a Child. And as you know, the importance of early literacy as well as mentoring and adults mentoring students. So we're really excited about this new partnership. Our students have gotten up and running with mentors, and this partnership really aligns with the district's focus on equitable literacy, where all students have access to complex text, grade level text, enabling, and that is culturally affirming. So we want to continue with this program. We're so excited so that they're excited to read. They're building those relationships with other adults. As you know, teachers can't do it all. So they're building those relationships and also continuing to cultivate that love for reading that we want all of them to have. Want to just really start by thanking Efrain Toledano, who sent that initial email to connect Mildred Ave to Read to a Child. So thank you, Efrain. Also want to send a big thank you to Ms. Alves and Ms. Moulton, our two amazing first grade teachers who who really keep our instructional focus at the forefront and really preparing our students to be critical readers and writers. I want to send a thank you to Kyle Ritchie and Shirley Morrison, our upper school and lower school directors, who work really hard to make sure all the teaching and learning is happening in the school. Special thank you to Dr. Linda Chen, who is, I want to make sure I get this right, Senior Deputy Director of Academics, so thank you for joining us today. Also to Paul Lamoureux and Read to a Child for your donations. We are so excited and really appreciate the books that you have given Mildred Ave. And finally to Mayor Wu for taking some time out of your busy schedule to meet and our first graders and read with them. And also to our amazing first graders here who are showing their Mildred pride. Ms. Reeves is so proud of you. And you make us I am going to stop talking because I know they are excited for a story, right? Yeah! All right, and I'll turn it over to Paul.
Okay. Thank you very much, Principal Reeves. And I know you're really excited, but first, my name is Paul Lamoureux, and I'm the CEO of Read to a Child. Do you know what that means?
Yes!
Well, it means a lot of things, but it mainly means that I get adults all over the country to read aloud to children. That's it, as many as possible, because reading aloud is extremely powerful to help you learn to read and to help you love to read. That's what Read to a Child is all about. And in our program, we do it one-on-one, one adult with one child once a week at lunchtime. Many of you here, I know, are in the Read Aloud Mentoring Program, and you just started this week with your mentors. That is huge, and many more will meet mentors coming in the coming weeks. So we're here today to kick off our partnership with the Mildred Ave School, which is our 5th in Boston, and to tell you all that there are kids in Los Angeles, Miami, Detroit, Hartford, just like you, that are reading aloud to mentors, but Boston is my favorite. So it's great to be here today. And before I introduce our featured speaker, I want to introduce to you somebody who's responsible for 48,000 students in Boston Public Schools to help them learn successfully, either to get to the next grade or to graduate and go on to college or in the workplace. So that is Dr. Linda Chen. Come on up, Doctor.
You all are so special, our first graders, and I thank Mrs. Moulton and Ms. Alves for really being in partnership with Read to a Child and really focusing on literacy. But as a former first grade teacher, I was just so excited to see all of you today, and you are so special with the dance. So we're so glad that she's here. We're so excited. I really want to thank the partnership because we're in a place where reading is the most important skill that our students can have.
job sitting and listening. I can't believe it. I know what it's like because I have 2 little boys at home. Can you guess how old they are?
No.
One is 5. Almost. 8. So I have one in kindergarten and one in 2nd grade. And so 1st grade, you're right in the middle. And I love reading to my boys at home. We try to read a lot of different things. Sometimes they read, sometimes I read. And so today I don't get to read to a child. I get to read to 28 friends, and I'm so excited. Before we start, is there anyone, maybe I'll take 2 or 3 questions just so you get to know me a little bit and I can get to know you a little bit. Yes, this young gentleman here. What's your name?
Davion. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is green. I like being outside in the grass. I like climbing trees, and so I really like green.
Climbing tree.
What's your name?
Carrie. What is your favorite restaurant in Boston?
This is a hard one. It kind of depends on what mood my boys are in. We really like dumplings. Has anyone else had dumplings before?
It's so good.
How would you? Who's had a dumpling before? How would you describe what a dumpling is?
A dumpling is it's not like one in your country, but it's different. It tastes good. Really.
A lot of different countries have dumplings. They have something on the outside that's either dough or bread or something, and then something on the inside. So we'll go to Dumpling Kingdom or a different restaurant that has them. You had a question too? What's your
My
name?
name's Dimitri, and what do you like to do with your kids around Boston?
Ooh, we love to go to parks and playgrounds. There's some really, really nice playgrounds right around here. Have you all been to Walker Playground yet?
Yeah.
Totally new. Have you climbed all the way to the top?
I did.
Kind of dangerous and
It's next
scary
to
when
my
you look
house.
at it. So that's where we try to go to every one of them.
Walker. Yes. What is Walker? I did close by here. What kind of books do you like to read? Do you like to read? What books do you like to read? What some books do you like to read for your son?
So we try to go to bed at a certain time, but sometimes it gets a little late. So it kind of depends on how much time we have. If we need something a little faster, we'll read Dr. Seuss. Have you all heard of the Lorax?
Yeah.
We'll sometimes read a little bit longer books if we have time. Right now we're reading The Phantom Tollbooth at home. But whatever, we recently read a book about a crocodile. So what's your favorite book?
My favorite book is Arthur.
I love Arthur too. I like GW probably better. Okay.
I love
What's your
Arthur.
question? What's your name?
He's awesome. Maxwell. I love Arthur. How do your sons like their school? I like the radish.
How do my sons like their school? They go to the Sumner School in Roslindale. So we sometimes, if we walk to school, it's like a 5 or 7 minute walk. They love it. It's there's a little bit of a playground at the school too, and so we sometimes have a hard time coming right home because they like to crawl around in the play structure, but they love their class, they love their friends. Do you guys like this school?
Yeah.
What's the best part of this school?
We love the playground.
What's the best part?
The playground.
The playground. You like the playground too. What do you think is the best part?
Art.
Art. Art is so great. What about you?
I would actually say the art and the playground.
Art. Oh.
art.
Okay, one more. What do you think is the best part of the school?
Dance.
Dance. I love that. Okay, who else has a question for me? Anyone had a question that you didn't get to ask yet? What's your name? Anthony.
Do you know my sister works for you? Her name is Carrie.
What's her last What's your last name?
Fisher.
Oh.
And her name is Fisher. She works for you. Kelly.
Will you tell her when you get home? Thank you so much for everything that she does for the city. She works really hard and makes sure that she can help take care of everyone too. Okay, anyone else have a look to the dude? Yes.
Did you always want to be a mayor when you were little?
No. When I was your age, I didn't even know that there was a mayor. I never met a mayor before. I didn't know. Let me think how old I was when I first met a mayor. I was probably 20 something. So look how far ahead you guys are. maybe 22 or 21. So I didn't know about it. And I always, thank you for being good listeners, everyone. I always wanted to help people in some way, but I didn't know how. I wanted to take care of my family. I wanted to take care of my community, and I didn't learn about being an elected official, first a city councilor, then a mayor, until much later. So I hope you all think about it, and you can be mayor, you can be president, you can be whatever you want to be. Okay, I'll take one last question here, and then let's read. What's your name?
I'll name it a Amari.
Amari, what's your question? Oh, you want to talk about what you like at the school? Okay, tell me.
I like the school I read at home.
Tell me a little bit more.
I read at home because I want to read every day.
What's your favorite book?
Real books.
Those are cool. I'll look into it. Maybe I can read it to my kids too. Okay.
Speaking of books,
Should we read and then let's talk after we read more? Okay?
Yeah.
I have a very special book that you all signed. I can see everybody's signature in it. And the author, Malcolm Mitchell, signed it too, and he used to be on the New England Patriots. And this is his book. And it's the special version for the mayor to take home with her. Thank you very much.
You guys signed this?
Yeah.
Okay. After when we're done, will you tell me which one was your signature so I can see it?
Yes.
Because I see Christopher, Christina, Dimitri, another Christopher. I see Rebecca, Damian, Emmanuel, Jordan, Amari, Callie, Imani, Daniel, Anthony, Leah, Kimani, Kira, Zania, Maxwell, Norma. I think, is it Yuma? Nathan, Thomas, Norma, Moses. Okay, let's get into this. Come up afterwards. Show me which one your name is. Okay, so this book is called My Very Favorite Book in the Whole Wide World by Malcolm Mitchell and illustrated by Michael Robertson. Okay, can everyone see? If I hold it? Oh, okay, I'll hold it a little back. Hi, I'm Henley. And this is a story about finding my very favorite book in the whole wide world.
What?
But it wasn't as easy as it sounds. Reading can be hard, you know? Once upon a time, everyone thought I had to read. Oh, sorry. Everyone thought I hated to read. But that's just not true. Well, it looks like he's reading a pretty complicated book there. Oh, wow, look at these words all in a circle. It says, in some books, the words are too big. The sentence is too long, and there are way too many pages. It took forever and ever and ever and ever, blah, 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 blah. We waited and waited and waited. Nothing ever happened. It was a long, 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 long journey. And on and on and on and on and on. They walked and walked and walked and walked and walked through the hot, dry desert. She slept and slept and slept and slept and slept all day. Does that sound like an interesting book to read?
Yes.
So let's see. He's got to find a more interesting book. In other books, the pictures have zero to do with cool things I like or with what's inside of me. I do try, but some books are so giant, if I stood on them, I would turn into a giant. Have you ever read a book that's so big?
Yes.
Other books are so boring, I'd rather use them as a pillow. That doesn't sound too comfortable. When I'm supposed to be reading homework, I'd rather play football in the backyard. When I'm asked to read the cookbook to help make dinner, I would rather see how many grapes I can fit into my mouth. Be silly. Once I took a wagon full of books to the town swimming pool to find out how good they could swim. Should we see how good the books can swim?
No. Those can't even swim. It's gonna get so kids. Those books do not want to.
When I tried to read books about dinosaurs, they made my brain hurt. So I gave the books back to the dinosaurs.
What? Who is that would choke? If you make that, you would choke.
I tried reading books about mountains, pickles, aliens, monsters, cats chasing mice, mice chasing cats. I even found a book about cats chasing mice up a mountain while aliens eat pickles for fun. But none of those made reading easier or more fun. But that all changed when Mrs. Joy gave the worst homework assignment ever. Let's see what happened. Here's his picture of monsters and aliens eating pickles by the mountain with a mouse. Our baby cat chasing the mice.
I can't see. There's a jar of butter. There's a jar of butter. I can see.
Okay, keep going. Here's what the teacher said to him. Find your very favorite book in the whole wide world and bring it to school tomorrow. It can be a book about anything. Just make sure you love it because you'll be sharing it with the class. Do you think he knows what he's gonna do?
No.
Gotta figure it out, right? The school bell sounded like 100 horns blowing in my ear. Thinking about the yucky homework assignment gave me a super headache and made my hands sweaty.
Oh my God.
How do you think he's feeling if he has a headache and his hands are sweaty? How do you think he feels?
Nervous.
Nervous, right?
He should.
Why do you think he feels nervous? Why?
Because he don't have a favorite book.
He doesn't have one. What do you think he's gonna do?
I think he's not gonna finish the assessment.
Uh-oh, so he'll come with no book at all? All right, let's see. On the way home from school, I stopped by the mighty library, hoping to find any book that could be my very favorite. Here's the library. My friends went into the library ahead of me. When it comes to finding books, I'm not so fast. Inside, there was a nice man sitting behind a jumbo-sized desk. Who do you think that is?
The
Librarian.
That looks just like the...
I asked him if he could help me find my very favorite book in the whole wide world.
It even says library.
Where does it say library?
Right there.
Good job. He showed me books about science and adventures and squishy animals. He flipped through the pages of books about flags, farms, and holidays. He'd found plenty of books with twisty big words, sentences as long as my legs, and pictures that tangled the pages. It gave me the heebie-jeebies.
It's an idiom right there.
What does that mean?
It means that he's going crazy.
Yeah, you feel
He's going
you don't feel
bananas.
comfortable about it, right?
He's going bananas.
Yeah.
He's going
place I tried was Mrs. Rackley's bookshop. Maybe she could help me find my favorite book. So she said, here's her bookshop. Uh-oh, do you see what this sign says down here? It says, sale on boring books.
Uh-oh.
You think he's gonna find his book in there?
No.
No.
Feel boring.
Mrs. Rackley did what she does best. She brought piles and piles of books. I looked and looked and looked, but I couldn't call any of them my very favorite in the whole wide world.
Look.
All those pages and all those words made my eyes tired. I realized it was going to take a book miracle to find my very favorite book. I grew a sad face and stomped all the way home. I'm getting mad, yeah. Mama was unloading the dryer, and she could tell I was having a crummy day. I told her all about the worst ever homework assignment. The librarian and Mrs. Rackley tried their best to help me find a book, but it was no use. I'll never find my very favorite book in the whole wide world.
Look at the dog.
What, do you think Mama will help?
Yes.
Mom's gonna be good at helping, right? With a voice as warm as rolls from the oven, Mama said, Henley, sometimes the best stories can be found inside ourselves. After a sweet kiss on the forehead, Mama's words lit up inside of me. That's when I had a brilliant idea. The next morning, I could hardly wait for my turn to share my very favorite book in the whole wide world. Okay, so everyone has their books. What's he gonna do? What do you think?
I think he's gonna be happy because his mom helped him.
His mom helped him. Yep, let's see. I stood proud as all eyes in the reading circle stared at me. Do you all do a circle time sometimes?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I hate to read, but that's not true. Yes, some words are too big and some sentences are too long, but that's not my biggest challenge. Before today, I just hadn't found a book I wanted to read. I hadn't found the words or pictures or pages or sentences or subjects that showed me me. So last night, I wrote a book. It's called My Very Favorite Book in the Whole Wide World. It's about a big, fat, bumpy journey to finding the perfect book. My book has words and pictures and pages that show me as me, and that show you me. So what was this book called? Yeah. Remember the title? It was my very favorite book in the whole wide world. Okay, that sounds familiar somehow. When I started reading my book out loud for everyone to hear, I struggled. But soon, my words began to flow. The pictures I drew danced off the pages. Everyone can have a very favorite book in the whole wide world, even if they have to write it. When I was done telling my story, all my classmates clapped and cheered. My teacher gave me a gold star on my homework, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
So remember what this book was called? What's this book called? My very favorite book
in the whole wide world.
Did he end up writing this book for us? That's so cool, right? Okay. I'm so happy to meet you guys, and I'm so proud. You are stars in our school, and I know you all are great examples for all of the other kids in your families and in the school. What advice do you have for me? Right, my job as mayor is to do whatever I can to try to help people in the city, help anyone who's trying to take care of our city. What do you think I should do?
I think I
a good idea. Yes. I'll come back to you. Take care of the city. That's good. What about you?
What's your favorite car? And I got a suggestion. Hold up. If you can take the city, I got an idea. You can make a little robot, and then you can make him take care of the city for you. So you don't have to take care of the city.
That's a good idea. I need helpers, right?
Yeah.
Will you all be my helpers in helping to take care of the city?
Yeah.
Do you know how you can do that?
Yeah.
You can help take care of each other. You can take care of your families. If you have ideas on things that we should be changing or doing, you can tell your teachers, who will tell me. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You and then you, and then we're gonna, and then I want to talk to you guys one-on-one. Yes.
Instead of making a robot to do everything for people, I often and go with anybody is trying to help others.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's a good idea. Give an award if there's other people who are doing good work too. Okay.
What do you like to do in Boston?
Oh, what do I like to do in Boston? I like everything about Boston. I like to visit the schools and libraries and parks and playgrounds. I like to go when we have big special events. Have you all ever seen one of the parades in Boston?
Yeah.
Or do you know that there's the Boston Marathon coming up soon?
No.
Do you know what a marathon is?
No.
So in a couple weeks, people are going to come from all over the world to visit Boston because we have a race that is a little more than 26 miles long, and everyone comes to try to run that race from everywhere. And it's pretty special to see. For real. Yep. I think from over 100 countries people are coming. But it's brand new. So, and it's nearby here.
I got a playground right near my house.
Okay, let me ask, is there anyone here, any of my friends didn't get to say anything or raise your hand yet who wants to say something? I think you said something before, right? You said something before. You didn't say anything yet? Okay, what do you want to say? What do you want to share with us? Your favorite thing about the school, or what you thought about this book? Okay. You can keep saying you come back. Did you say something before? I can't remember. How old am I? I am 38. 38! I know. 38. You all are 7, right?
Yeah.
Some people are 6.
Can we do something really fun? Can I have everyone's attention? What we're going to do now is something really fun to show the mayor how much we appreciate her reading. We're all going to give her a big hug. Come on, everybody stand up. Come right in the middle, and right in the middle, come right up and give her a big hug. Everybody give her a big hug. Take another photo with everyone here. So all of you need to turn around and look at the camera here. Christina, come on up. And Dr. Chen, come on up. And I'm going to move this chair right over here. All right, everybody get in the photo. Come on. You got to look at the cameras. Come on now, look this way. I know you want to give Mayor Wu a hug. Look.
I shared my age. I shared everything already. What else is there?
So what's more difficult, facing the press or children?
They are no holds barred in wanting to make sure they get to the truth of the matter. These are some of the best moments of my week when I get to spend time in schools with our young people. They're brilliant, as you can see. They're excited. They are so ready to take on the world, and our job is just to give them the running room, the resources, the supports, and watch them blossom. So it was really exciting to be here for this partnership, and I'm so grateful to the many community partners, including Read to a Child, who are here to help us expand what we can do within BPS.
And can you emphasize the importance of reading to children? And even today's technology, everybody's on the phone, the kids are on the phone, so
that's right.
Emphasize that.
Well, and I want to get Linda's voice on this too, as our leader focusing on academics in the district. But I will say that BPS has had a particular focus on equitable literacy, and not just making sure young people learn the skills to how to put letters together to read the words and then they can read a sentence, but to really process what that means to engage in literature. That is at the baseline and the foundation for understanding any subject. You can't understand history or do word problems in math or anything else unless you're really engaging with language. And so that has been the solid foundation that every school has been working on, not only having the supports and the coaching and the skills, but to have the curriculum that can make that accessible to young people. The book that we read today talked about how it is so much more engaging and fun and meaningful when you can read something that you connect with, that might reflect a little bit of yourself or your community or your family. And a lot of hard work has gone in on BPS to make sure that we're looking at that curriculum school by school and classroom by classroom.
Would you add to that?
Sure. I don't have much to add because our mayor is such a big proponent of the work that we do to advance academics in the BPS, and she really understands the work we're doing. To add to what she said, she's really helped us ensure that we have the resources, both in the materials that students have in front of them, which are high quality, grade level, and reflect themselves, similar to the book that she shared today, and also to have the resources to support our teachers with the very different needs that our students have, and also to be able to center their identities and their assets in the work.
Principal Reese, would you add anything on, the question was on what's the importance of reading to a child?
Yeah, I think it's just really important that we are finding different ways to connect our students, making sure that they have access to authentic texts, texts that are enabling, and texts that are at grade level. The district has been really working hard to ensure that all schools have a Tier 1 curriculum that all students can access, and really ensuring that leaders, teachers have those supports to make sure that those teaching moments are happening every single day and every single classroom.
Yeah, sir. Maybe talk about your partnership with the school.
Do you want Mr. Yeah.
So it takes a village, and the resources that they were just referring to sometimes doesn't go far enough. So we're bringing even additional resources into the school in the form of adult mentors, corporate volunteers, community volunteers, and that's key to just help, especially the kids that have fallen somewhat behind, maybe from pandemic learning loss or other declines in reading scores. So to bring in extra resources one-on-one once a week is a great intervention to help those struggling. Individual tutors would be the best solution, but that's a lot more costly. So the no-cost Read Aloud mentoring program is a great way to augment all the other resources that the mayor and Dr. Chen referred to.
Make sure you're responsible and take care of the city.